that Patrick Mahomes didn't have his security blanket. And a lot of those plays and those big moments would have went to Travis Kelce, whether he's double team, triple team, and we're accustomed to seeing him make those plays. I think we can't slight the Detroit Lions about what they did because they were playing, left-handed as well. Because if they have a guy like James Williams, what I saw a lot of 8-men in the box. I saw a lot of sitting at the sticks because they don't have a receiver that can stretch the football, Phil. But if James Williams is in there, maybe you have some more explosive plays as well. We understand how dynamic he is. He's on suspension for 6 games. So I don't want to short the Lions for what they're able to do. That offensive line lived up to the billing. And even if Chris Jones was there, if you run away from him, the Chris Jones effect isn't there. That offensive line lived up to the billing. They're making a case to be the best offensive line in all of football. And I love the chippiness and nastiness in which they play with.
I want to go back to the Mahomes piece of it here because particularly in the first half last night, there was a moment, I think I tweeted, like, he's doing this all by himself. I mean, every single play that was made last night, he seemed to make all by himself. There's no question that the 52 players that surround the quarterback on Detroit are way better than the 52 players that surround the quarterback on Kansas City. Why are you making that face at me?
I mean, Kansas City played well. I thought their offensive line gave him protection. I understand that maybe they weren't getting open, but Mahomes, and he has a lot of talent around him.
He does?
Depth at running back, Pacheco, you think about Clyde.
Mahomes was their leading rusher last night.
Offensive line protected. The right tackle false started on every single play.
But that's a whole nother story. If you're not cheating, you ain't trying.
I guess what I'm saying is Mahomes is the best we've ever seen. No one has ever been better playing that position in any given moment in time than he is right now. But he can't do it by himself. I get Travis Kelce will make a big difference, but I wonder if as great as he is enough. I thought there were some alarming signs last night.
When you're a team like the Chiefs and you're looking for to build a dynasty, we don't want to overreact on week 1 the way that maybe I have already. But you have to understand that the margin of error is so slim, especially once you get to what matters for the Chiefs is getting that first round bye, getting home field advantage. Those things are hugely important to them. So I understand. Maybe I'm going crazy by saying the dynasty is in a tenuous state right now, but you're going to be looking back at a game that you could have won and you probably should have won late in the season and be really regretting what happened here.
They got the 1 seed last year by a half a game, right? Like that was why they had the 1 seed over Buffalo. And if Buffalo had played and won the game against Cincinnati that got canceled, then Buffalo would have had the tiebreaker. That's how close it was to the, so now you're in a situation where maybe the AFC Championship game is not in Kansas City because you lost a game or 2 in September where that you could have won if you had your best players on the field.
Maybe you have to play wild card weekend.
Maybe you have to
big
play
deal. Like
3 games to get the Super Bowl instead of 2, right?
Matter. And you're going to be relying on these same group of receivers because
but they'll get better as the season progresses because they'll get comfortable in their role. This is the first game, I understand that. But this is the cost of doing business. Whenever you pay your quarterback so much money, a reoccurring theme that's happening, that's why Chris Jones can't get his money because Patrick Mahomes just saw what Burrow got. He's going to say, give me 60, and that's going to be not enough to get depth. They're razor thin, and that's what happens when you have superstars.
The reason they won the Super Bowl last year, other than having Mahomes, is those young guys on defense all contributed at a high level. They're going to need that from the young guys.
I mean, this is part of the good and bad comes to being the Cowboys quarterback because Dak Prescott is not reckless. He wasn't reckless last year. He's never been reckless. He had a rough year. There were some tip balls. There were some bad passes. So if there is any focus in the Cowboys facility on changing the way that Dak Prescott plays to make him less aggressive or less reckless, like he never was reckless, that is a mistake. So I hope that Mike McCarthy and Jerry Jones and anybody in that organization is not like, hey, Dak, don't throw picks. He don't do that. It was one rough year. Relax.
Since I'm on one today, I'll do another one. Because Graziano just said the Cowboys want to be run the ball. No, they can't. That team can't do that. They've got Tony Pollard as their featured back. If Tony Pollard touches the ball 25 times a game, he won't make it to Halloween. I think they're going to have to be flinging it all over the place.
Well, and that's why you go out and get Brandon Cooks so that you can keep the box honest. So then you can have, you can spread the field vertically and horizontally. Think about, is Kenny Galladay, not Galladay.
Michael Gallup.
Yeah, Michael Gallup kind of be back to what he was, kind of like that Swiss Army knife in between in the slot. So you think about it, you have to push the ball down the field. But I'm not taking advice from Eli Manning. He's a Manchurian candidate. You think he wishes anything good for the Dallas Cowboys? Like, he said, no, be aggressive. Throw it down the field. Like, Wink, I got you, Wink. I got you, Wink.
I'll say this, though. Eli did play like that. Like, there was never a throw Eli was worried he couldn't make. And if he threw an interception, he forgot about it 5 seconds later. And he'd try that throw again on the next play.
Playoff wins.
Yeah, exactly. But look, I think Dak Prescott's fine. I agree with Dominique completely. He's never been an interception guy in his career before last year. I think we can chalk that up to last year being a bad year, and I don't think he's carrying it with him. We talk about his interceptions, but I don't think he's in the locker room going over all his interceptions still. I think he did that early in the offseason and put it behind him.
Well, if he has a couple interceptions early in the season, whether they're his fault, miscommunications or not, let's see how that affects it. Because if you have the great defense, how you say Dominique says they have the number one defense, you have to play to that. So that means not being as risky and being able to lean on the defense and play the field position game. So if that's the case and that's philosophy, maybe that changes his approach.
What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. We're already open for business. The football gods are up there awake as well. And I hope everybody is having a great, finally freaking Friday. I want to dedicate this show tonight to Rasheed Peebles, the stinking New York Giant fan. If I seem a little bit out of it tonight or a little bit tired, we were at the hospital last night. Rasheed, as you guys know, had some of his toes amputated originally back in March. There was a infection in the bones, and they originally were trying to save the foot. They could not. He ended up having an amputation last night, and I spent the day and the night with him at the hospital, and the surgery was over in the middle. Well, it was in the middle of the night, and he came back to the room about 2:00, and we talked and stuff between the anesthesia and the pain meds and everything until about 5 a.m. this morning. I went back today. He was definitely sitting up, doing, eating and doing a lot better. He's got a long ways to go, but he'll be able to get a prosthesis and things. So keep him in your thoughts and your prayers. He's probably watching right now, or he's passed out from the medication and stuff, and we'll be back to see him tomorrow. I have to say, it's too damn quiet without him being here. And, Rasheed has a way of, he's always poking the bear, about, the Giants and Eli Manning and how great they are and how much the Cowboys suck. And Dak Prescott's not a top 15 quarterback. And he's a dink and dunker and at garbage time, repeating everything from ESPN. But I will say that I miss him actually being here, because Friday nights was his night to cut himself a little bit loose there, have a few drinks, and get a little bit cray-cray. And Rasheed, if you're watching, buddy, we got you in our thoughts and our prayers, buddy. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bring you that longer charge cable that'll reach from the wall to the bed and stuff like that. And I would say I wish your Giants luck on Sunday night, but I can't go quite that far. I just can't. Michael's like, Dad, if the Giants win, maybe it's good for Rasheed, because, the Cowboys, when they win the first game, they usually don't make the playoffs. And I'm like, that's the old Cowboys. Don't be putting that shit out there, Mike. Don't be putting that shit out there. So let me say hello to all the good people and all the lovely ladies in the place with the style and grace. I see Lady Libra up in there. Eddie Logan, prayers for Rasheed. God's going to heal him and and we're going to beat those stinking Giants. Shout out to you, Eddie. There's Angelica Barone. What's up, Angelica? Eddie Logan. We'll definitely do a draw in here tonight to get the season started right. There's Joanne Gonzalez. What's up, JoJo? Gina Dallas Diva. There's, of course, Stacy Schubert in the house. Oh, my Lord. See, this is why. See, it's y'all's fault that we have all the Eagle fans up in here. because they come in here because they know they ain't got all the ladies like we do up in here. Okay, they just don't. And of course, there's Miss Hot Sauce. Trucker's Life, what's doing, man? How you doing, man? Long time no see, bro. Hope everything is going good. Let me see. I know there's so many. I got to go back up in here. Lady Libra, Angelica Barron. Miss Gibson, what's up, Miss Gibson? And let's see. Did I miss any of the lovely ladies? There's Lola. Tay Cowboys, what's up, Tay? How you doing? And let's see. We got Joanne. I think I got, did I get everybody? If I didn't, please hit up. Oh, you mean Carol's not up in here ready to do lap dances for everybody? She was begging to do some lap dances for Rashid last night, and he said he was good. Stacy, I got you, Stacy, too. What's up? All right, so we have some news that may not be good news here at all. Right now, Tyler Smith is doubtful, and I hate to say that the same shit that people like me and Brian and Law Nation and Bosch Lombardi have said, that the thing that could derail our season would be the offensive line. We thought it would be Tyron Smith, not Tyler Smith, but apparently the Smiths keep kind of, it floats and stuff in there. With the hamstring, he may not play on Sunday night. Now, this is where coaching matters, and maybe change of philosophy will help us out. If we are truly, one of the things about the West Coast offense is it's about quick reads. United States Marine Corps, welcome, buddy, to becoming a channel member. If you go to the community tab, I put it up last night. It's the very first post in there for members only. And anybody who is a channel member who's never gotten their shot glasses and stuff, there's a link to our Thrive site so you can get registered. And when you get registered, you will get your Jobu shot glass, and we'll send you one of your stress balls. And my wife was like, nobody cares about that stuff. I said, are you kidding me, baby? I said, if you're a Cowboys fan, you know Jerry Jones makes you drink, and you need to release some of that stress. I think it's absolutely positively perfect for every Cowboy fan. But the offensive line we've known has been razor thin. If everybody's healthy, we're great. But you worry about Tyron Smith. It's not if he gets hurt, it's more of when he gets hurt. Now, knock on wood, it's a minor ankle injury. He should be okay. I still believe that Tyler Smith will play, but it's just kind of like the red flag has been put up to say we got to be concerned about the offensive line. Now, back to the West Coast offense. The West Coast offense came about because the coach looked at his quarterback and said, he's not a deep thrower. What we need to do is we need to get the ball out of the quarterback's hand quickly and get the ball in people's hands to be able to make plays where they're going downfield. A lot of the blocking schemes are what are known as zone blocking. Okay? So in my mind, if you're not going to have a healthy Tyron Smith, if you're not going to have a healthy Tyler Smith, forgive me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about the yawning. Literally, I got a couple hours sleep last night from the whole thing. Forgive me. If you're not going to be able to have your road graders, one of the things is typically it's zone blocking, which is more of angles and quick hitting plays. And with the Giants having a great defensive front, you want to get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback quickly. What you can also do to slow down the rush is using the outside, using the screen games, because what happens is defensive linemen, they're on a beeline to get to the quarterback's ass. And if the quarterback is there sucking you in and he dumps it off to Tony Pollard outside, now he's got to stop, plant his foot, turn around, and chase the running back. So then what happens when you start doing that is it puts hesitation in the defensive lineman because now they're worried about covering the screen. If the Cowboys can get the screen game going, that will help to negate the pass rush. And this is the game of chess match that hopefully Mike McCarthy, the the wily veteran calling plays, a guy who's been there a lot more than, say, Kellen Moore, can understand those things in real time and will be able to use that. Coyote, the Cowboys win Sunday. It will be tied for the longest win streak against the Giants since 1950. Wow. Simpleton. Philly D, Rashid, do the right thing. We care about you. Daggone, Philly D in the house. Shout out to you. See, you Eagle fans keep trying to make me not hate you all. Appreciate that, Philly D. He's definitely doing better. Yesterday was touch and go. He deteriorated quickly, and it was a good thing we got him to the hospital when we did, because it could have been a lot worse. Hope Deuce Vaughn gets some snaps on Sunday. How's Rashid? He's, again, I saw him 2 o'clock was the last time I saw him today, and we've talked to him on the phone a couple times, and he's doing okay. Eating, drinking tons of water, because not the hospital water, because he's like, the hospital water tastes like cardboard. Have I gotten any rest? I came back from the hospital and I got about an hour's nap earlier today, but not a whole lot. Lele, is that another one of the lovely ladies? Lele, okay. What's on the menu for Sunday? I'm thinking, because Mike has gone to see, of course.
Damn, Gina.
I know E2 Blue is coming, but I don't think he's coming till like 5 or so. I think DMV is coming. He's coming late. Danny's may or may not be coming. Danny is in the process of moving, and they're having a goodbye party for him at work. David Wiley's coming, so we probably won't have most of our stuff till later, but we've got the big sub. I'm going to pick that up tomorrow. We're going to have the chopped cheese sub for the game. We'll have Jobu wings, of course. We'll have some glizzies, and I'll figure out what else we're going to have. Jeffrey Hubbard, what's up, Mark and Cowboys Nation? Sitting here, living the dream. You good to go, Mark. Thank you. I played ESPN because I always like to get a good laugh, to start the show with. But have you noticed that today it was poor little Pat Mahomes? We have to support Pat Mahomes. I heard him talking about, they got to fix the running back situation. I heard him say they need to go out and get a receiver, that the guys that they have, if they had 7 guys on the roster and they're going to try and find a couple of them that can work, but maybe they need to trade and get Mike Evans, because the receivers Pat Mahomes had, they were ass. You heard Mike Greenberg literally say, there's no talent whatsoever around. The 52 players on the Detroit Lions were better than the Kansas City ones. And literally, they coddled Pat Mahomes. Whatever happened to the franchise quarterback elevates his team to win, no matter what? Remember when they said Dak Prescott needs those guys? Well, the Cowboys, they had to bring in Amari Cooper to help Dak Prescott, when it was only like, Terrence Williams and Cole Beasley and stuff. They had to go out and get themselves Amari Cooper because Dak Prescott couldn't do it by himself. Do y'all remember that? Am I the only one that remembers that? And then they're talking about, oh my God, how could, why did we draft a wide receiver, draft that guy? Why Tooney had the Noah Brown interception, and they put it on him. We never put it on Noah Brown. We just said Dak Prescott and his interceptions. Did you notice how they put up? There were 4 drop passes. 4 drop passes. How is Pat Mahomes supposed to succeed if he's got 4 drop passes and a guy ends up having a tip pick 6? He didn't have weapons. His running game wasn't there. And I was just sitting here like, seriously? Seriously. And go ahead, Dak Prescott haters. Go ahead and say, you can't compare Dak Prescott to Pat Mahomes. And I'm not saying Pat Mahomes isn't great, because he is. He did play an incredible game. And they are right that he did need guys to hold on to the balls and not being a pick six. That was the difference in the game. He does need offensive linemen that aren't going off sides on the last drive of the game. I agree 100%. And see, if you're saying I'm comparing Dak Prescott to Pat Mahomes, you're an idiot that's not paying attention to what I'm saying. These exact same things have happened throughout the Cowboys with Dak Prescott, and instead of them saying these same things that, well, Noah Brown tipped up the pass against the Jaguars and ends up being an interception, pick six. They say Dak Prescott and his interceptions. When the Cowboys have guys that drop the balls left and right, they just say, oh, Dak Prescott's inaccurate. When the Cowboys have penalties, like Randy Gregory tackling offensive linemen or jumping off sides when it's third down and you have a chance to get the ball back with more time and less yards to go, they say, well, Dak Prescott couldn't drive him down the field. And I'm not saying that Dak is perfect, because he's not. He's far from it. But you have to look at all these things, because you hear them saying, winning the Super Bowl, you need everything perfect. You need all these pieces together, unless you're Dak Prescott, because you're expected to do it all on your own. Rabbit, can you get a shout out? No, you can't get a shout out, Rabbit. Rabbit, why am I going to shout you out? Bro, why you want me to shout you out, Rabbit? Huh? Why? No, I'm not going to do that. Jason D, I'm say Dallas. Yo, what's up? Complex Marvin reacts. Ah, man, what's going on with you, Philly D? That's one day. Dak is good. Well, and I agree. And see, everybody who's panicking about Kansas City, I ain't worried about Kansas City. Here's what's so funny. U.S. Marine Corps 031. We need to stop being scared and get some balls and faith and back up the O-line. Richard and Bass can play. We have 17 games plus better starters, thinking ahead and utilizing these guys to get experience. Shout out to U.S. Marine Corps. U.S. Marine Corps 0331. Appreciate you. You're right. It will give them a chance to get some experience. And hopefully we find a way to get a win on the road. Now, for the Giants, things aren't great for them either. I love weed, man. Pass the Dutchie from the left, man. Darren Waller. We talked about Darren Waller. Great tight end when he's healthy. But he's got a hamstring issue, and he is doubtful for the game as well. So, as we cry over our team missing players, understand, they didn't have Chris Jones because they didn't get him signed to his contract like we did with Zach Martin. Understand they didn't have Travis Kelce. Because, of course, he had the hamstring issue. So, was it hamstring or ankle? I can't remember now. This happens to everybody. You're going to miss players left and right. So, we may be relying on our defense more. We may be relying on the play calling and doing things that are quick hitters. But I still feel good about where the Cowboys are going against the New York Giants. The defense is going to shine. Rabbit, why are you always talking about feds in the chat? What's up with that? Are you Mr. Paranoid or what? Uh-oh, Carol's in the house. No lap dances tonight, Carol. No lap dances tonight. Carol, hey, new here, Commanders fan. Oh, Big Simple. Well, let me say Big Simple to the Commanders. Shout out to you guys for finally selling that toxic waste dump out. There is a buzz for you guys like none other. I don't know what's going on with your boy Chase Young, but I have to say that he seems like he's a little bit of a biatch, bit of a diva. He's had a stinger for 5 weeks now, can't play? Well, Rabbit, here's the thing, bro. If the feds are after you, I was at January 6th, okay, the best thing to do is not say the feds are after me. Are they here looking for me? because that would literally, if there were some feds, they would be checking you out. Mary, how you doing, Mary? Coyote. They would have had you by now, right? The feds ain't watching Joe Boo Sports Report. What's up, Mark? Been a while. Akeem, nice to see you. Akeem. Great to see you, bro. Angel 59. What's going on, Angel? Yeah, we definitely got to do a drawing here to start the season. It will be a new offensive scheme. That's what I can't wait for more than anything else. Just an idiot on 1-6. Okay. All right. Crazy Corvette, how you doing? P Rabbit. Okay. Alan Williams, long time no see. All right. So who's worried about the Cowboys against the Giants? Anybody out there? Anybody. Just anybody. Will it be a new offensive scheme? Well, here's a nice thing. Ryan Craigie, you said coming to Charlotte for the Cowboys versus the Panthers. Definitely some of us North Carolina people in the chat want to see you. Ryan, I was actually talking to my wife just before I came down here to get set up because our friend Allie, who unfortunately is I believe, an Eagle fan, but her color schemes she seems to like are certainly Cowboy colors. I didn't see much green in her house, but I certainly saw silver and blue all over the place. It's cooking time, Art. Okay, David. What? David Wiley. David, what time you coming over, bro? I'm going to be going shopping for chicken wings and hamburger and everything else tomorrow morning after I go see Rashid. Worried about the first half. Well, Carol, you need to worry about the second half too. You can't just worry about one half. We take a while to kick in, but hey, we could lose, doubt it. If we utilize everyone, I think we'll be fine. We will get up on the Giants and make them start passing, and we'll use Micah and cause turnovers. I plan on being Charlotte for that game. Yeah, see, now we are, that's what we're looking at is the November 19th, 1 o'clock kickoff in Charlotte, that being the game that we go to and tailgate. It's only about 5 hours down the road from me, and I think that'll be close enough. So what we're going to do is probably go down like on Friday, do our cooking on Saturday, and be able to ready to tailgate on Sunday. We'll win by 10. Where's Game Time? Game Time is probably worn the F out. He is a mail carrier, and he's been out in this heat all week, and it has been exhausting, I know, for him, but shout out to the mailman. When I talked to him yesterday, he had came home, he took a nap, and he was passed the F out. Can you come to the tailgate?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I'm very concerned about our O-line. I think we all are. Please slow the chat up. I don't know how to do that. Let me see. I think if I go, hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can get to it. Angelica, I think I can slow it down. Delay slow mode. Okay. Okay, Angelica, I think. Let's see if this works, Angelica. Slow mode is on. Okay, that might be two, so every minute. Hold on. Now you're making me work, Angelica. Every 30. Okay. Let's try that and see if that works, Angelica. Let me know if that's better. Okay. Who's Carol? Carol is our resident lap dancer. If you want to go to Pink's and get a lap dance from Carol, you are more than welcome. I seen it today, but my phone was having troubles. It's working. No, Mark. Will Rasheed be at the tailgate? We'll have to wait and see how his foot's doing. He's going to be. That's too slow? Okay, hold on. Let me. Let's try it a little bit more. Slow-mo. We'll speed it up just a little bit more and see if this is better. Okay, try that and see if that's this. The Jobu cheerleader, laugh out loud. I'm straight on crabs. Jeff Lee, 12 personnel without a doubt. No pigs, laugh out. Yeah, that's right. Carol will work you at Pink's, okay? So if you want that lap dance, let Carol know that you're going to meet her at Pink's, and you'll be good to go. Did Mahomes receive any criticism? No, he did not, Mark. No, it was poor little Pat. We got to help Pat Mahomes. We need to trade for Mike Evans. He needs better receivers. His right tackle jumped off sides every play. What? Who had crabs? Might be Carol. I don't know. We'll work you. Oh my God. Okay, Angelica, is that better? I need because yes, Alan. Okay, definitely I can see it. It's not flying through so fast. Oh my goodness! With all of you, the prayers we have. Oh my goodness, the New York stinking Giant fan entertainment. Rashid is watching. He's up and he's awake. Shout out to Rashid. Rashid, we dedicated this show to you tonight. I want to see Jonathan Hankins and Mozzie Smith pressure Giants. Mike, here's what my belief is, Eddie. I agree with you 100%. If Mozzie Smith and Hankins can control the middle of the field, that is going to, you can literally say Micah Parsons, if he's healthy, will get 20 sacks. I can almost guarantee that one, because here's the difference of last night. Now, Kansas City, they only gave up 21 points, and their defense only gave up 14. 7 of that was because of the pick 6 interception. Their defense did not do bad. Had they had Chris Jones, their defense would have been perfect and unstoppable. Chris Jones, this is what's amazing, and I didn't realize this. But Chris Jones was double teamed, I think it was 457 times. Let me say that again. A tackle was double teamed 457 times, which means the linebackers aren't getting hit as much because he's occupying 2 offensive linemen, or an offensive lineman and a tight end, or an offensive lineman and a running back. That's huge. If you can get Mozzie Smith or Hankins to occupy space and keep the quarterback from being able to step up and require double teams, the speed that he has, that Micah has outside, as well as what we can bring from D-Law, from Sam Williams, from Dorrance Armstrong, from the other side as well, you will see the quarterbacks go down. You will see Daniel Jones piss down his leg. You will see him fumble. Sorry, Rashid. It's either 437 or 457. I can't remember which. Let's put it this way. If it's in the 400s, it's incredible. Okay? So, Kevin, understand, I have been awake quite a bit, quite a long time. Okay? So, forgive me. I'm not perfect. I've never claimed to be perfect, but it's in at least the mid 400s. Okay? Hey, Thomas Garrett, did I miss you? Hey, Thomas, what's going on? Boom, that's what we need up here, unknown statistics. Well, Glenn, I'm telling you, that is a difference maker that we have not had. We have had guys like Tyron. I hate to trash guys, because Tyron Smith was truly a team leader. He was a guy that everybody loved, a team captain, but he's not a guy who's going to clog up the middle. He's about 275 pounds. And you can't have a guy like that and expect for him to do things like Chris Jones does. And the Cowboys for so long have just kind of been meh when it comes to defensive tackles. They just have. They have not looked at it and said, that's a place we need to invest. Now, I kind of like this, that people after the last preseason game, they weren't killing Mozzie Smith, and they haven't really been talking about Mozzie Smith. The thing about nose tackle is you're not going to see him in stats. You're not going to see him on your fantasy football roster. But that guy is the guy that's key. Truly key. And I'm going to tell you, God, when his name has escaped me. You know something, sometimes things happen in life and it becomes a deja vu moment and it brings things back. The former Tampa Bay receiver who passed this past week on a construction site, it had about 2,800 yards. I can't think of his name right now. But got hit in the head on a construction site with a steel beam, brain damage, and, so on. JMU, James Madison, okay? We, of course, had Charles Haley, Pro Football Hall of Famer. Charles, last year, we had a guy named Doug West. Doug West, because it wasn't fair. I played the same position as Doug. Doug was the same height as me, but was about 310 pounds. He was an unlimited wrestler who was on the, I think he was third as a sophomore on the East Coast wrestling. I remember my sophomore year, the first 3 games, Doug West literally took out the quarterback, injured the quarterback the first 3 games. Doug was like a fire hydrant. Like I said, he's about 5'10" and about 310 pounds. He was like if you backed into a fire hydrant with your truck. You know what I'm talking about. That shit don't move, and that was Doug West. And because Doug was dominant in the middle like he was, it made it that much easier for guys like Charles Haley. You had to double team him because he would push the pocket literally into the quarterback's lap. And I had the deja vu moment when I'd heard about the guy who got hit in the head, because his junior year training camp, coming back from practice, he was on the back of a pickup truck, and they stopped because another player was running to try and get on, and Doug got up and was like, man, hurry up, get on there. And he stood up, and Joey took off, and Doug fell off the back of the truck and hit his head, flown to Charlottesville, where he ended up dying from brain trauma. But that is the same thing when you have a presence in the middle. Mark Hutton, shout out to you. When you have that presence in the middle, it makes everybody else shine. Now, when we talk about Chris Jones, the amazing thing is that he was either 437 or 457. Forgive me, I can't remember which one. Do you think Kansas City sides Chris Jones? San Francisco has the second most cap room. Could you imagine if they made the trade for this guy? San Francisco always tries to make themselves better. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did try to do that, especially if they do have the cap space. But if I were Kansas City, I think I would reconsider doing that, because in my mind, if you're telling me you're taking on double teams that often, that means about 25% of the defensive snaps, you are taking on 2 people. I have to look at you and say you're more valuable than another player, because you are helping other players be better because they are not having somebody else that's going to be on them. That is huge. Now, we'll see what happens with him as well as with Mike Evans, because Mike Evans basically said, if I don't get a deal by Saturday before the start of the season, I'm never signing another deal with you, and I'm out of here. So there's a lot of players out here that have basically put themselves out there and said, this is it. And it seems like the teams are now going to have to put up or shut up. Go ahead. All the players you want. Y'all still won't be. Oh, Lordy. See, okay. Everybody, it's over. Rashid is back. Rashid is fine now, okay? He's talking trash. He's telling us that the Cowboys stink. Go ahead, tell Rashid, go ahead and tell us Dak Prescott is no way as good as Daniel Jones. Go ahead. Go ahead. Can I, Miss Gibson, email me your address, and I'll do what I can, okay, to get you one, all right? Better than us. I don't know if you guys saw on Law Nation was there with Bad Dog, and Bad Dog basically said that Eli Manning is better than any quarterback that the Dallas Cowboys have ever had. And I said to myself,
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I'm like, come on, Bad Dog. Eli Manning is better than Troy Aikman, than Roger Staubach. Are you kidding me? You Giants are special. You Giants, I tell you what. Yeah, God bless you. God bless you. But I'm glad to see Rashid is in the chat. Rashid, I tell you, I miss you being here at the game. I mean, being here at the house. It's too quiet here. And I certainly will miss you being here at the game. We may have to try and see if we can get you on the cell phone or figure out if we can get some kind of a camera there for you to join the chat, because, you know, seeing you at the games it's gold.
Come on, Danny. Want it, Danny. Don't fumble it. Don't fumble it. Oh! I just sat there and said, don't fumble it. Rashid. Let's go. Rashid, look. You know you're older. Hold it. That's Danny Dirt.
Yeah, Rashid, man, we miss you, buddy. We miss you, buddy. And Rashid, I was too exhausted, man, to get back over there tonight with the cord, but I do have you a 10-foot extension I'm going to bring over tomorrow. And let me know what else I need to bring. I know I need to bring some more of that Excelsior water for you and anything else. Mark, we don't have to sign big free agents because our draft is so good. I agree with you, but, you know, you can't get everybody through the draft, and this is where I still have concerns about the offensive line. If the offensive line is okay, if we find out Bass is good and everything else and stuff can fill in, hey, I'm all for it. Don't throw it, Danny. Don't throw it. But, you know, I'm a worrywart. You know, you need to have everything together to win. You know, as Pat Mahomes found out last night that you
What? Why did we get a wide receiver? Why did we get a wide receiver? Don't tell me. Are you? Why did we get a wide receiver? Oh, they got your. Oh, damn, he a dog though. Oh shit, he is a dog.
oh my God, Rashid.
Rashid, that's a good pick though.
Rashid, tell them to reduce your pain meds. I think they're giving you too much. If you honestly believe that Eli Manning is better than Troy Aikman. Sorry, come on, Rashid. Rashid, I know you're a homer. I know you're a homer, but come on, man. Come on, bro. We're not doing that tonight. We're not doing that tonight. Rashid, big ups to man. Godspeed to you on your recovery. Stop the BS, Rashid. Cowboys been practicing enough. Week 1 time. Now, here's the thing. Like I said about Kansas City, I'm not too concerned about Kansas City because Kansas City, it wasn't like they just played ass completely and got blown out. But remember, the first week of the season is like preseason for a lot of teams because they're not playing. You know, a lot of these guys, actually, let me back this up. Most of these guys have not tackled anybody to the ground since last season. You guys know we haven't played any starters. We haven't had these guys going full go and having full contact. This Sunday, the day after tomorrow, as we sit here exactly 48 hours from now, we'll be watching the game. You guys know that this is the first time a lot of these guys are going to be hit. It's going to be the first time you are 100% at full speed. And so for some teams, it takes a few weeks before you really see what you have. Now, I say the Cowboys could have an advantage because there's no book on what Mike McCarthy's going to do. And it's going to be probably different than what we see from Kellen Moore. Let's pray that it's different than what we see from Kellen Moore. Harold Williams already making excuses for a loss. Oh, Lordy. I try so hard. Jalen Hurts, okay. Eli's a Hall of Famer soon. Dak for MVP. Let's play a few games before we start talking about MVP. Mark, I had a dream like Martin Luther King that the Cowboys fan reached the NFC Championship game, but then woke up and realized that can only happen in my dreams. Philadelphia finally got some new stuff. Romo was better than Eli. Danny Dimes is going to be running for his life Sunday. Eddie Logan, shout out to Eddie. Eddie been doing it up here tonight. I think he's going to be. Micah Parsons is a man on a mission. Bobby Ice says, Rasheed Peoples, get well soon, but the Giants will lose 28-17 to the Cowboys. Going to need a hell of a job for the coaches. The O-line is already depleted. Eli will go into the Hall of Fame as soon as Tom Coughlin goes. Not soon. Cry baby. Ooh. If he was the fourth best wide receiver on the team, we good. That's all it's going to be. Eli won big games. Romo lost big games. I can agree with that one. I'm not saying that Eli wasn't good, but to say that he's better than Troy Aikman, come on. He had 2 great runs in the playoffs, led to Super Bowls, beat the 17-0, New England Patriots. 18-0 New England Patriots. I'll give you that, but you look at the rest of his career, numbers were average. Telerad 1. Hate to tell you, bro. You make it sound like Kellen Moore was, the genius that has done a lot of things. I would say that Mike McCarthy has been on teams that have won playoffs and won Super Bowls. He won't be a deer caught in the headlights. Hate to tell you that, bro. He's not going to be. That might be wishful thinking, but he won't. Actually, Ryan, I meant to already get a Mozzie Smith one. I have been so busy and it's been crazy hectic. My phone got water on it and it's frigged up. Damn, Philly D. I had meant to order a Mozzie Smith one a few weeks back, but I've been so crazy between running to the Red Brick House and things. In fact, today, after I got back from Rasheed's, me and Mike have been working on getting the man cave ready because basically, other than Rasheed staying here, we haven't done anything down here since last season. And I'm still debating on whether or not we're going to be outside for the game because they're calling for rain late in the day and thunder showers. So I'm thinking I may go ahead and just set up and stream from inside for this first game. And then next weekend go outside. But we'll figure that out tomorrow. Garrett was a better quarterback than he. Okay, Carol, now let's not go quite that far. Ruben Walls, how are you doing? Oh, program note. We won't be doing our Sunday live stream on Sunday because we'll be live streaming the games. We will be doing it tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Philly D, I'll send you a Cowboys cover for it. Ruben, just living the dream here, buddy. Just waiting for Sunday to get here and hoping that I can see a little bit of this.
Not penalty. You didn't see it went all the way down to 0. They didn't call nothing. Now they're going for it again. It should be 5-yard penalty. Wow. What are they doing with this shit?
Yeah, Philly. 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 Philadelphia. Philadelphia cream cheese. That's what I'm about to call them. Philadelphia cream cheese.
Fucking bullshit. Fucking rest. Bullshit. It was a fucking stop the first time. Second time.
Philadelphia cream cheese.
And you didn't call it delayed game. Horse shit.
Oh my God, Bill.
I fire his ass.
Oh my God.
Ain't no fucking way.
Oh wow. I got hot sauce in my eye.
They might as well just, at this point, they might as well just kick the field goal and just end the game. Let it run down, kick the field goal and win the game.
Fumble this shit. Fumble this mother.
Oh, look at this.
Philadelphia cream cheese.
I got hot sauce in my eye.
You got hot sauce in your eye?
Oh, I missed those last year. Oh my God, I missed those so much. Can we have a few meltdowns from you, Philly 500? Like, for old time's sake, can we just have a few meltdowns? Yeah, Philly cream cheese. E2 will be here on Sunday. He'll be here about 4 or 5, I think he said. Horse shit. He's so funny. Waller is really hurt already. Crazy. Yes, Darren Waller is. Philly D. Rashid needs to stop drinking. All kidding aside, we all have demons. My heart goes out to him. Mark's a great human to help. Thank you, Philly D. Appreciate that, bro. Philly's going to be eating his own meats this year. Philly meltdown time. Well, I think the Cowboys go 12-5 this year. I know I saw, who was it? One of the talking heads that believed the Eagles will go undefeated. I'm not quite there with that one. I think that they're a little cray-cray, if you ask me. Don't see that happening, but who knows what's going to happen. Now, I have to say that watching the Detroit Lions last night go into Kansas City with no fear, with an attitude, surprised me. Because I kept saying, you guys know I've said it over and over again, they're the Lions. It's like, yeah, I understand there's the hype. I know that they did better last year and stuff, but I keep saying in my mind, it's still the Detroit Lions. They're like the bad news Bears. But they came, Byron G, he's the stinking New York Giant entertainment. But they came in there, they showed me, and so all of a sudden, we've been worried about San Francisco. We might need to worry about the Lions. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine, Salt and Pepper, Heavy D. Oh, there you go, Twiz. Carol, I'll be around. Ooh, a big simple. You can get a lap dance of Pinks with Carol if you like. Ain't no way the Cowboys going 12-5 with a mid-quarter. Bradford, they went 12-5 the last 2 years. They have a better defense this year. They have better weapons this year. How is it that they're going to go backwards? Come on, man, bro.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hating, man, that's like an art form, man. It's like you like a born hater, like myself, man. A lot of cats think they hate, but, man, I'm mad, I'm mad at everything, man. Brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man? I only got one car. Why you got 3 cars or a wife or all that, man? That's played out, man. I hate on it till he's totally broke and ain't got nothing like me, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that's what real hating is all about, man.
Well, here's what I'm going to say as we go down the home stretch here. We're going to be going, I'm going to switch spots because I got a lot of super chats tonight. We're going to do a drawing for one of our plaques. In fact, let's see. What do I have over here? I've got a Tony Dorsett. I got a Diggs. I got a Michael Irvin. Okay, you tell me. Which one should we give away tonight? Okay? These are all autographed. Tony Dorsett. Boom. Okay. You want Diggs, he has one identical to this too. Okay, we got Diggs. And we've got the playmaker who is back. So which one should we do? All right, I'll let you guys decide. How about them Cowboys? So we'll give one of those away here in a few minutes. I will say what I hope What I hope happens, Dak Prescott this morning, listened to the press conference. Basically, he said, I don't give a rat's ass about what people say. Basically, to summarize it, to me, that's the way it came across to me. I've got a Micah Parsons who is on a mission to wreak havoc, to be the best player, not just the best one on this team, not just the best one of this year, to be the best ever. And I would not bet against that guy, okay? I would not bet against that guy. You got a coach who, for whatever reason, that's been 12-5, is on the hot seat, who wants to prove that he can win without Aaron frickin' Rodgers. You got a team that is young and that is hungry, that everybody has trashed, whether you are Diggs and they say, even though you've had more interceptions than anybody the last 3 years, you're not a top 10 cornerback. You give up too many yards. Interceptions don't mean anything if you're a Cowboy player. You got a quarterback who, if he gets 57 yards passing tomorrow, with still 3 more games to go, will be one of 2 guys to have thrown for 25,000 plus yards and rushed for over 1,500. The list is him and Aaron Rodgers. That's the list. They say that guy is ass and needs to be replaced. You don't think he's got a chip on his shoulder? You don't think that he's got some things to prove? I think this team has taken enough that they're at the point where they're just going to say, fuck, excuse my language, fuck all you motherfuckers. We're going to show you. And I hope that that's the mentality. Much like the Detroit Lions went in there and they said, we don't give a rat's ass what you say about what happened with the Detroit Lions in the past. We are different Detroit Lions. We're going to go out here and we're not going to be scared. We're going to put it all on the freaking line. And we're going to see what we're going to see. And when the dust clears, we're going to be on top. It's the mentality they have to have. For too long, I hate to say this, but we've had this mentality that we them boys, all we got to do is show up because we the Cowboys. And in this game, that don't mean shit. If you do not go in there like your life depends on it and give everything, you ain't going to be there very often. You ain't going to be there very often. The Dallas Cowboys, yeah, it's great to have the star and all the talk and all the hype and everything else. But at the end of the day, you're living on what the Cowboys did in the past. It's time for these guys to make their mark on the history of the Dallas Cowboys. Can't keep living off of what your predecessors did. Can't keep living off of what they did. We got them 5 rings. I know everything about those guys. I watched them. Now it's time for those guys out here right now to join them. And there's only one way to join them, and that's to be great. So that's my hope on what the Cowboys players are. Best team last year, Chiefs. It's hard to argue with that one, although the Eagle fans will tell you they got robbed. They got beat down, that it was stolen, that the grass wasn't right, that the officials were paid off, and so on. But there was one team that came out that last week of the season, and that was the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, big run. Oh, he fumbled. Oh, he fumbled. Shit. He's still Slay. Now you about to lose his mind. He hasn't seen the play yet.
Please tell me enlightenment.
Oh, Philly D. I love you, Philly D. I'm Philly 500. Oh, man. All right. I'm folding these up so I can put them in here. For some reason, my webcam is acting cray-cray. It might be that we're just getting ready for the season and I need to unplug it and start all over. But I want to do this drawing here. It's funny, the Eagles have been in the NFL 90 years and have only won Super Bowl. And they still have Derek Barnett. That's funny. Ethan, Eagles got robbed. Glitching out. Yeah, this is my webcam here. I probably need to replug it in or check the cable on it. But we're only going to be here for a second. As soon as I shout out to all the super chats. And everybody, make sure you keep Rashid in your prayers. Like I said, it's weird not having Rashid behind me. I tell you what, let's do this. Let's flip to that camera. How about that? Okay, because that's kind of making me feel like I'm jumpy. Mark, gonna play those clips because Cowboys haven't done anything in 28 years. Okay, Broadford, whatever, dude. Game time, Brian. Did Game Time finally wake up? Game Time, glad you're awake, man. I worried about you in that heat, man. Shout out to the mailman who's been out there where it's literally been unbearable heat. Making sure your mail is, because I was thinking about you when I was walking to the hospital from the parking garage. I was like, I don't know how Game Time does this shit. It's hot out here. He's out here walking in the sun and the heat and everything else. Not much, just chilling. Lawn chair season. Okay. All right, let's put those in here, and we'll do the drawing and say shout out to all the super chats from all you great fans. Thank you for the well wishes for Rashid. And Rashid's going to be okay. I'm going to make sure of that. All right, so round and round we go. Let's see. Who?
Oh, wow.
I picked him to
See who is going to be our winner chicken dinner. All right. Let's see. Who do we have here? Jay Smooth. Oh, you can't see it from there. Jay Smooth. I can flip this over, but it'll probably be glitzy. There we go. Jay Smooth. Boom. All right, so Jay Smooth, email me cowboysmark94@gmail, so that way we can get this plaque to you, buddy. Cowboysmark94@gmail, and we'll get it taken care of. Flip, what's up from Richmond, Virginia, man? Just a couple hours down the road. Thomas Garrett, winner chicken dinner. Jay Smooth, you are the winner tonight. All right, I guess that's all I got for you guys tonight. We'll be back at it first thing in the morning, getting the man cave ready for the Dallas Cowboys catching this L Sunday. Ron effect. Okay. All right, Giant fans are coming out the woodwork right now. You know, it's kind of funny with the Giants that having never beaten Dak Prescott since Eli Manning's been there, just kind of amazing how much trash and shit they talk. But hey, who am I to go ahead and dispute what they say? All right, good people. I am going to finish up for the night. Let me say I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and we will see you soon.
Say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing.